Dear brothers and sisters, respected viewers, and beloved friends, welcome back to this channel. If you are joining us for the first time today, we are so glad you are here. This is a place where we slow down, reflect, and reconnect with the wisdom that truly matters. Wisdom from the Word of God, from the teachings of the Prophet, and from the timeless guidance that has brought peace to millions of hearts across centuries. Today's reminder is one that I have been wanting to share for a long time. It is short, it is simple, and it may very well be the most powerful thing you say today. Please stay with me until the very end, because what I am about to share could genuinely change the way you pray, the way you trust God, and the way you see your daily provision. What if I told you there is a prayer, just a few words long, that Islamic scholars across centuries have called one of the most complete supplications in the entire tradition of the Prophet? Not a long prayer, not a difficult one, just a handful of words that you can say in under 10 seconds. And yet, those few words carry within them a request so complete, so profound, that when said with a sincere and believing heart, they have the ability to open every door of provision, blessing, and contentment that God has written for you. I have reflected on this prayer many times, and every single time, I find something new in it, something deeper, something that reminds me of just how merciful and generous our Creator truly is. Today, I want to share it with you, completely, honestly, and from the heart. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what this prayer is, what every word of it means, the best times to say it, and why it works in a way that no financial plan, no strategy, and no human effort ever can on its own. Please subscribe if you have not already, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a reminder like this one. It means the world to this channel, and it keeps these messages reaching people who truly need them. Now, let us begin. First, I want us to think about something together. When most of us hear the word provision, we think about money. We think about income, bills, savings, expenses. And yes, money is part of it. But in the Islamic understanding, God's provision is something far greater and far more beautiful than money alone. God's provision is everything He gives you. Your health is provision. The fact that your heart is still beating right now, that is provision. Your eyesight, your hearing, the ability to understand words, provision. The people in your life who love you, your spouse, your children, your grandchildren, your friends, all of that is provision from God. The peace you feel after a good prayer, provision. The strength to get out of bed in the morning, provision. Even the fact that you are here right now, watching this video, seeking knowledge and closeness to God, that is itself a form of provision that millions of people have been denied. God says in the Quran, in Surah Hud, chapter 11, verse 6, "And there is no creature on earth, but that upon God is its provision." Read that one more time, slowly. There is no creature on earth, not one, whose provision is not the responsibility of God Almighty. That means you, right now. No matter what your bank account looks like, no matter what your circumstances are, no matter how old you are or how tired you feel, your provision is guaranteed by God. He wrote it for you before you were ever born. So the question is never, will God provide for me? The question is, am I opening the right doors through which His provision flows? And that is exactly what today's prayer does. This prayer comes from an authentic narration recorded by Imam al-Tirmidhi, one of the most respected collectors of the Prophet's teachings. It is classified as Hasan, reliable and authentic. And it was a prayer the Prophet encouraged his companions to say regularly and consistently. Here it is. Allahumma kafini bi halaalika an haramika, wa agnini bi fadlika amman siwak. And the meaning in plain English is this: O God, Make what you have permitted sufficient for me, so that I never need to turn to what you have forbidden. And make me self-sufficient through your generosity, so that I need no one besides you. Say it again, slowly in your heart, because I want you to truly feel the weight of what you have just asked for. Let us go through it together, word by word, so that the next time you say this prayer, you are not simply reciting words. You are speaking directly to God with full understanding and full presence of heart. The first part of the prayer, O God, make what you have permitted sufficient for me, so that I never need to turn to what you have forbidden. This is one of the most remarkable requests a human being can ever make. You are not simply asking for more money. You are asking God to protect you from ever being placed in a situation where you feel tempted to earn through means He has not blessed. You are asking Him to close the door of temptation by filling your life so completely with what is lawful and good that the unlawful loses its appeal entirely. Think about that for a moment. How many people in this world have accumulated great wealth, but through means that God did not bless? It brought them stress, not peace. It brought them fear, not contentment. And in the end, the goodness and blessing left their homes, their health, and their relationships, even if the money remained. When you say this part of the prayer, you are saying, O God, I do not simply want provision. I want clean provision. Provision that you are pleased with. Provision that carries your blessing into my home, my family, my body, and my life in this world and the next. That is a prayer of wisdom. That is the prayer of a person who understands what truly matters. The second part, and make me self-sufficient through your generosity, so that I need no one besides you. This is a request for something the world cannot offer: inner freedom, true dignity. The feeling that your head is held high before people, because your heart is bowed only before God. When your hope is attached to people, to employers, to children, to governments, to circumstances, your heart lives in constant anxiety. Because people let us down, circumstances change, health fades, jobs come and go. But when your heart is truly attached to God, there is a stillness inside you that no difficulty in this world can take away. That is what you are asking for in those words. So in this one short prayer, just a few seconds long, you have asked God for lawful income, protection from what is forbidden, contentment, blessing, inner dignity, and a heart. That belongs to Him alone. This is not a small prayer. This is everything. Now, I want to address something that many sincere people wonder about. If God has already written my provision, if everything is already decided, why does it matter whether I pray or not? It is a fair and honest question, and the answer is beautiful. The prophet said, "Nothing turns back God's decree except supplication." Ibn Majah. Supplication, prayer, is not separate from God's plan. It is part of God's plan. He wrote your provision, and He also wrote that you would pray and that He would respond to your prayer. Think of it this way. God created rain as a source of life, but He also created farming, the planting of seeds, the preparing of soil, the act of doing the work, as the means through which that rain becomes food on your table. You would never say, "If God already decided whether crops grow, why should I plant?" No, you plant. Because planting is the process God created. Prayer works the same way. It is the spiritual act that opens the channels through which God's mercy and provision flow into your life. And God Himself says in the Quran, Surah Ghafir, chapter 40, verse 60, "Call upon me, I will respond to you." Not maybe, not sometimes, not only if you are worthy enough. He said, "I will respond." This is a promise from the one whose promises are never broken. So when should you say this prayer? Say it after every one of your 5 daily prayers. Right after you finish, before you rise from your prayer mat. That is a time of deep acceptance. A moment when the heart is still soft and turned toward God. Say it in prostration. The prophet said, "The closest a person is to God is when they are in prostration. When your forehead is on the ground and your pride has stepped aside, let these words pour out from you. Repeat them. Mean every single word. Say it in the last portion of the night, if you find yourself awake." The prophet told us that in the final third of the night, God calls out, "Who is asking of me that I may give? Who is calling upon me that I may answer?" And say it in the quiet moments between the call to prayer and the beginning of the prayer itself. That small window, use it for this supplication. Scholars throughout history have said it is a moment that is rarely turned away. You do not need to say it 100 times. You need to say it with a present heart, with true belief that God is listening, with the quiet certainty of a person who knows, without any doubt, that their Lord hears every single word. Dear friends, I want to speak to you directly for just a moment. Many of you watching this are at a stage of life where you have seen a great deal. You have worked hard for decades. You have raised families. You have weathered storms that younger people have not yet imagined. And perhaps, even now, worries about provision still find their way to your door. I want you to hear this clearly. God does not forget His servants, not the ones who got up before sunrise to pray when the house was cold, not the ones who gave quietly to those in need when they themselves had very little, not the ones who fasted every year and stood in the night prayers with tired and aching knees. Not you. The door of prayer is always open. It does not close with age. It does not require perfect health or wealth or status. You can say this prayer, lying in your bed, sitting in your favorite chair, or whispering it softly in the stillness of the early morning. And every single word, every single one, reaches God. So say it today. Say it tonight. Say it tomorrow morning after your first prayer. Make it the quiet companion of your days. Allahumma kafini bihala'alika an haramika, wa agnini bifadlika amman siwak. O God, let what you have permitted be enough for me, and make me rich through your grace, so that I need no one but you. If this reminder touched your heart today, please pass it on. Send it to someone who is worried about their future. Share it with a parent, a sibling, a friend, a neighbor who is going through a difficult time. The prophet said, "Whoever guides another person to something good receives the same reward as the one who does it." And if you have not subscribed yet, please do so right now. Leave a comment below and tell me, what door of provision are you asking God to open for you today? I read every single comment. And I make a personal prayer for every person who writes. May God open every door of good for you and your family. May He give you health, peace, contentment, and a provision so full of His blessing that you never feel the need to look anywhere else. Until we meet again, peace be upon you, and the mercy and blessings of God.